Take a deep breath and allow yourself to be still. This moment is not rushed. Nothing is chasing you right now. If you are listening to this in the morning, it means you were given another chance, another day, another breath, and that alone matters. Before the world begins to speak to you, before responsibilities call your name, before pressure starts knocking at your door, there is power in beginning the day with prayer. Morning prayer is not about long words. It is not about perfection. It is about position. It is about where you place your heart before the day places demands on you. Many people wake up already tired, not because they didn't sleep, but because their spirit woke up heavy. Morning prayer lifts that weight. When you pray in the morning, you are choosing who leads your day. Not stress, not fear, not people, but God. The first voice you listen to in the morning often determines the tone of your entire day. If the first thing you touch is your phone, your mind enters noise, comparison, urgency. But when the first thing you do is prayer, your spirit enters peace. Morning prayer quietly says, God, you go before me today. And when God goes before you, you don't walk blindly. Morning prayer brings clarity. Life is full of decisions. Some look small, some change everything. Confusion does not always mean you are lost. Sometimes it means you are overloaded. Prayer clears the noise. When you pray early, your thoughts slow down, your breathing deepens, your heart settles. You may not hear loud answers, but direction begins to form, and clarity saves you from regret. Morning prayer strengthens your inner man. Every single day demands something from you. Strength to be patient, strength to forgive, strength to keep going. But strength does not come from motivation alone. It comes from connection. Morning prayer fills you before the world tries to empty you. So when pressure shows up, you don't collapse. When frustration appears, you don't explode. You respond with wisdom because your spirit was prepared early. Morning prayer invites God into your plans. Many people plan first and pray later. But morning prayer says, God, I surrender my plans to you. Some of the greatest answers to prayer are the things God prevented. Meetings that never happened, decisions that were delayed, paths that were blocked. Not every closed door is rejection, some are protection. Morning prayer covers you in ways you may never fully see. Morning prayer establishes peace before pressure arrives. Peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is the presence of God. The day may still be busy, challenges may still come, but your heart remains steady because peace was planted early. People may wonder how you remain calm. They don't know you already knelt before the storm came. Morning prayer trains your spirit to listen. Prayer is not only speaking, it is listening. The morning is quiet. Your mind is fresh. Your spirit is sensitive. This is when guidance flows gently. Sometimes it is a thought, sometimes a warning, sometimes a sense of peace or a sense of restraint. Morning prayer sharpens discernment. You begin to recognize what to pursue and what to avoid. Morning prayer builds discipline. Anyone can pray when desperate, but morning prayer requires intention. Even on days you don't feel spiritual, showing up still matters. Consistency builds maturity. Maturity builds stability, and stability keeps you standing when emotions fluctuate. Morning prayer helps you fight invisible battles. Not every battle announces itself. Some show up as anxiety, some as temptation, some as discouragement. Morning prayer arms you before the battle starts. You don't fight from weakness, you fight from preparation, and preparation changes outcomes. Morning prayer shapes your character. It affects how you treat people, how you speak, how you react. You become slower to anger, quicker to understand, easier to forgive, because prayer reminds you of the grace you receive daily. And a heart that remembers grace extends grace. Morning prayer cultivates gratitude. Gratitude changes perspective. When gratitude leads your day, complaints lose their grip. Joy becomes lighter. Peace becomes deeper. Prayer reminds you that waking up itself is already a blessing. Morning prayer strengthens faith. Every morning you pray, you are saying, "I trust God with this day." Faith grows through practice. Even when outcomes are uncertain, faith keeps you steady. Faith is not confidence in yourself, it is confidence in God. Morning prayer keeps you grounded. Success can distract, pressure can overwhelm, waiting can frustrate. Prayer reminds you that your value does not come from productivity, but from purpose. Morning prayer does not require perfection. You don't need fancy words. You don't need long sentences. Sometimes all God wants is honesty. A sincere heart moves heaven. As this message comes to an end, don't rush away. Sit with this thought. What would change if you truly started your mornings with prayer? You don't need to be perfect, you only need to be consistent. Tomorrow morning, choose prayer first. Morning prayer doesn't make life easy, it makes life manageable. And a prayed over day is never a wasted day. Like and subscribe for more inspiration. As this message ends, don't rush away. Sit with what you've heard. Ask yourself, what would change if I truly started my mornings with prayer? You don't need perfection. You only need consistency. Tomorrow morning, choose prayer first.
If you enjoyed this story, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more inspiring videos.